Last Ember, Episode 1, Part 2, Awakening.
I didn't stop. I couldn't. The pavement blurred beneath my feet as I lunged for my apartment door, fumbling with the keys until the lock finally clicked. I burst inside, slamming the wood door shut and leaning my weight against it, my breath coming in jagged, heavy stabs. I slid down the door until my knees hit my chest, wrapping my arms around them. My mind was a chaotic loop. The bar, the woman in the alley, the heat, the bite. And then the other woman. My skin felt too tight. My blood felt like liquid lead. I was so exhausted I couldn't even reach the bed. My eyes shut right there against the door. Sleep wasn't a reprieve. It was a theater of hunger. Then the images of the night started unfolding. In my dreams, the woman from the bar returned. Her eyes shifted from a haunting light gray to a predatory red. Her scent dark sandalwood, mahogany, and cashmere with a sharp bite of blackberry wrapped around me like a funeral shroud made of silk. It was intoxicating, elegant, and undeniably hers. I remembered the cool velvet of her lips against my neck, and the way her taste ignited a craving so deep it felt like a physical ache. She tasted so sweet on my lips, and every part of me wanted to taste that sweetness again, craving it. I crave her lips, her touch, her taste. The memory of her hands slipping beneath the lace, the slow, deliberate way she moved. The heat she drew from me until sensation built and built. And finally, something inside me shattered like a dam finally breaking. Pleasure flooded through me, raw, overwhelming, freeing in a way I'd had denied myself for so long. I wanted that flood again. Then the dream shifted. It shifted to the second woman, the one who caught me before I fell. She was a pillar of winter. She smelled of cold nights, white oak, and vanilla. Her touch had been strong and impossibly warm, very warm. God, her eyes were so beautiful. The dark silver, almost metal-like color of her eyes were both consuming and captivating, magnetic in a way that is impossible to resist, pulling at the very soul in my chest. I don't know why I want to be close to her again, but I do. I want her. I crave her. I wanted them both. I craved the cold bite of the first and the radiating heat of the second. The desire built in my gut until it turned into a literal fire. The warmth inside me stirred once more, rising like it had in the alley. My breath shortened, my pulse raced. The heat built too quickly, spiraling out of control. I snapped awake. My body felt like it was on fire. Sweat slicked my back. My neck, my chest. I was drenched all over. I forced myself to breathe slowly, fighting the panic threatening to climb up my throat. After several long minutes, I managed to stand. Though my limbs felt drained and heavy, I need a shower. That will help wash away the phantom touches of the night. Without a second thought, I grabbed a towel heading to the bathroom. I stood there bare, letting the cool air wrap around me and steam fill the room, and I closed my eyes. But the memory of the alley returned. My fingers drifted to my neck, to the place where her mouth had been. The heat flared violently, causing me to drop my hand immediately. My hands grabbed the sink vanity marble top so tight that my knuckles were white. I shook my head and opened the curtain to step inside. At first, I stepped under the spray, bracing my palms against the cool tiles, head lowered. The water cascaded down my body, grounding me. I stepped fully beneath the spray, trying to focus on the familiar rhythm of washing my body. But as my hands moved over my skin, memories of the alley surfaced from each touch, each breath, each pulse of pleasure. Heat pulled low in my belly, urgent and demanding release. My hands moved instinctively, seeking the peak I'd reached under the woman's touch when the wave finally crashed over me. It was hollow, a pale imitation of the electricity I'd felt in the alley. I tried to regain control by turning off the water and grabbing the towel. I wiped the fogged mirror and froze. My eyes, they weren't just blue anymore. They were glowing. A vibrant, electric sapphire light pulsed behind my pupils. Panic surged at my throat. I staggered backward. I need answers. I grabbed my phone, my hand shaking so hard I nearly dropped it. There was only one person who might know the truth, but calling her meant reopening a door I had locked 7 years ago. I made sure that my number would not show up and would show as private. The first rang, then the second ring. Hello, and for a moment I couldn't breathe. Hi, Mom. The silence on the other end was broken by a muffled sob. Reven? Is that you? Yes, Mom, I said. Where are you? Are you hurt? Why did you leave us? Mom, please. I cut in, my voice cracking. I need to know something. Was I ever sick when I was young? Is there something about my health you didn't tell me? A pause. What do you mean? I haven't been feeling well. I need to know if this is something from when I was little. Silence again. Then her voice shifted. You weren't sick. From the time we had you, my breath caught. What do you mean from when you had me? Another silence, longer this time. Then a shaky sigh. Reven. Your father and I wanted children so badly. We tried for years. Nothing worked. When we went to the orphanage, we were drawn to you the moment your icy blue eyes met ours. You were 5 years old. No records, no family. They told us a car dropped you at the door when you were 3. We never told you because we didn't want to reopen wounds, and then you disappeared. And I wondered if someone from your past found you or took you when you disappeared. Her voice broke again. I thought I was protecting you. I'm so sorry. I couldn't speak. Mom, I have to go. I love you. I hung up gently and set the phone down, my hand shaking. Tears slid down my face as I curled in on myself. My mind was racing with so many questions. I closed my eyes again, falling back to sleep as the weight of my origin, the events from last night, and who I was, all felt too heavy. I drifted off feeling so lost and broken. The dreams began again, and with it the heat started. I see the woman from the bar in every detail of her. The almond-shaped eyes with the lightest gray color I have ever seen. Her skin looked perfect, almost statuesque, but as soft as silk, feeling cool to the touch. Her beautiful jet black hair, long, elegant, that smelt of honey and Moroccan oil. Her full red crimson lips that looked so dangerous and inviting all at the same time. The sweetness of her skin, the feel of her touch, and how her hands knew what to do. How much pressure, the onset of the crest being reached. The way my body reacted to her. Then my dream just instantly flashed to her. The other woman, those incredibly dark silver eyes, and her long wavy brown hair, her scent, her touch. Her presence felt so wonderfully warm. I absolutely craved that warmth, truly wanting it to just wrap around me. I really longed to know how those soft, strong hands would feel touching more than just my arm. The need I felt when she held my arm. Every part of me wants her and needs her. The warmth keeps building and spreading from my toes to my fingertips. I'm so hungry. It's just relentless, this feeling never satisfied. A sudden, insistent knock, knock, knock at the door. It jolted me completely awake. I checked my phone. Wow, it was 3 in the afternoon. Then those knocks came again. Still wrapped in only a towel, I slowly walked to the door and peered through the peephole. I see a woman with long wavy brown hair not facing me. No one should be here. I only moved here 2 weeks ago and I don't know anyone. I continue looking at the woman through the peephole. When she turns to knock again, I froze. It's her. I think to myself, the one who grabbed me last night. The woman outside the door says softly, "Please answer your door. I just need to talk." I took a deep breath, unlocking the door, opening it just a crack, clutching my towel. "Who are you? Why are you here? May I come in, please?" she said sweetly. After a minute, I stepped aside, keeping one hand on my towel and the other hovering near a wooden bat. "I'm Blair Hastings," she said softly, her silver eyes scanning my face with an intensity that made my skin prickle. "I live down the street. I wanted to make sure you were okay. You seemed upset last night. After catching you and looking at your face, I recognized you were the woman who moved in a couple weeks ago. So that's why I stopped by." "Hey Blair, I'm Ravensteel. Thanks for checking in." "I'm good, just a really weird night, honestly." Her gaze drifted down my bare legs, lingering, then back to my eyes. The air thickened. Suddenly, dizziness overtook me and my balance was off. I reached out blindly and she caught me. I could feel her body radiating heat. "Are you okay?" she whispered. "I think so. I just haven't eaten," I murmured. It was then I noticed her gaze kept dropping down and I realized my towel slipped to the floor while I was dizzy. Neither of us moved. Blair's breath hitched. Her pulse throbbed visibly in her neck. "I should go," she whispered, her voice turning husky. "I can't control myself," she said hoarsely. "Your scent, it's overwhelming me. Please, Blair, don't go yet," I whispered, stepping closer. "You don't understand. I have to go before I give in to this urge," Blair said, voice shaking. I leaned close to her ear. "Then give in," I whispered. Her eyes widened. Then her hands cupped my face and her lips claimed mine. The kiss was soft at first, then desperate, hungry. Unlike the alley, this was a slow burn that turned into a wildfire. She pushed me against the wall, deepening the kiss. I let out a soft moan into her mouth, causing her hands to reach down to the back of my thighs. She lifted me effortlessly, carrying me to the bedroom, never breaking the kiss. Heat spiraled between us, wild and primal. Hands moving and her clothes disappearing, our skin met with her heat engulfing me. Our hands and lips moved with instinctive precision, finding each other's rhythms as if we had done this before. The pressure built, rising, tightening, consuming, hips thrusting. Warmth building. The breaking point coming closer and closer. Our breath quickened, our bodies shook, both releasing moans deep within our throats. Until one last surge of warmth flooded over, causing release to crash through us both. Blair's head flew back and body stiffened as our dams broke. My eyes flared bright blue again. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. The pleasure turned into a terrifying agony as Blair let out a strangled cry as her own body began to distort. Her fingers lengthened into dark daggers, her teeth extended. Bones cracked and shifted beneath her skin. All I could do was stare, not knowing what I was watching. Blair let out another scream while looking into my eyes. "What are you?" She breathed, looking at me in horror. "This can't be happening. It's not time. It's in the middle of the day." She rolled off the bed, trying to create distance, breathing heavily. Her eyes shined bright silver, now glowing like an animal at night. They were the most beautiful and terrifying eyes I had ever seen. Then I began feeling wrong. Something was very wrong. Then agony ripped through me. My body convulsed violently, bones fractured and reformed. Muscles tore and rebuilt. Heat burned through marrow and nerves. I screamed as my skin felt like it was being shredded from the inside out. My form changed, my senses sharpening, scent, sound, air. Blair saw this and ran to me, staying a few steps away. When the world stopped spinning, I looked in the mirror. I was gone, only my icy blue eyes remained. In my place stood a massive, snow-white furred wolf. Between my shoulders, a silver crescent moon was etched into the fur. Blair stared at me, awe and fear warring in her eyes. "This shouldn't be possible," Blair whispered, her hand trembling as she touched my white coat. "You didn't smell like a wolf. You smelled like dark jasmine, saffron, warm vanilla, and musk. Your scent has changed impossibly. You now smell like white pine, cedar, and glacier." As she touched my snout, a shock tore between us, powerful and electric. Blair scrambled away, her eyes wide with a realization that looked like pure terror. "No," she breathed. "No, this can't be." Suddenly, my body convulsed again, bones cracking back into place. I collapsed onto the floor, human once more, gasping for air. Blair hovered over me, trembling and wrapping the towel around me. "What are you?" she asked again. I couldn't speak. Then a loud knock, knock echoed through the apartment. Both of us turned to the direction of the door. Who's at the door? What happened to Raven? Is Blair being truthful? Stay tuned for part 3.